So, Initiative 502 passed in Washington State that allows the use of cannabis for any purpose whatsoever, not just medicinal, which is kind of reminiscent of something called, I don't know, liberty or freedom, where you can do what you want to yourself without repercussions from other people. So it is a step in the right direction for one small part of one country, but nevertheless seems to be a sign of the times, and I think things are changing, and perhaps more decriminalization and legalization will be happening the next few years. I should mention that it wasn't just Washington State that legalized, it was also Colorado, and other states had initiatives as well on the day of the election that were allowing their voters to choose whether or not they would allow medical cannabis, and that was passed, I think, in at least one or two other states as well. So it's not just one spot, it's certainly a lot of the states, and I congratulate anyone who voted on those measures and made this happen, because they're not perfect. 502, if you look at it, has a lot of stuff in it that I wouldn't really want to pass. But I think that the goal is to end prohibition and worry about the minor details later. There's going to be a lot of change in this area over the next few years. Here in BC, they're already saying the war on cannabis, the war on drugs is over. And they're talking about legalizing everything. And you're basically just legalizing freedom when you do that. And if you give people the education and the knowledge and resources to learn about drugs and learn about how they affect your body, the pros, the cons, then people can make their own decisions. And if they use it and it causes them to to be unhealthy or to do something that they wouldn't have done, it's the same thing as if they had drank alcohol and done it, or smoked cigarettes and gotten sick from it. It's exactly the same kind of thing. So all we're doing here is legalizing freedom and giving people liberty, which is exactly our goal. At least that's what my goal is. And I'm very excited about this. I guess you can tell I've been doing videos on this topic about 2.5 years, but I've been protesting in my own way on a fairly regular basis for a long time before that as well. So I wanted to point out a cool story in the Province paper today. That's Vancouver's major paper. Lotto win goes to pot. This is an amazing coincidence. A guy won 25 million, which is about as big as a jackpot can get here for a lottery. And he's apparently a BC advocate for ending prohibition of cannabis. So he is going to use part of his windfall to fund legalization efforts. It's crazy. It's pretty awesome. And it's an amazing coincidence, because it was just a couple of days ago that this whole debate got reopened back up again. But anyhow, good on this guy. I haven't heard of him myself. Robert Erb. Nice last name, buddy. Oh boy. So that's awesome. That's awesome news. And yeah, the Jody Emery, that's the woman who is a advocate here in Vancouver. Her husband owns the Cannabis Culture headquarters downtown. Actually, what I think I'll do is I'll put some footage that I recently took when I was at the store after this, so if you're interested, stay tuned and watch that footage I got. But anyhow, Jody, that's the wife of Mark Emery, the man who is spending 5 years in hard time in the southern United States for something he did in Canada that was legal here in Canada, which is distributing seeds. So, the DEA came into Canada, extradited him, took him out. Harper allowed it, and he's rotting in prison now. Well, he's far from rotting. He's doing a lot of activism from prison, and he's been very active. He's writing books. He's started a band there in prison. He's very popular, and he's doing his activism from prison, and you can follow his blogs and things. I'll put them down below, and as well as the website for the Cannabis Culture headquarters. But yeah, this is amazing times, and I'm just really excited. Even to be a small part of this is amazing, and I'm going to continue to push for the decriminalization of this plant, this drug. And I think it's up to people whether or not they're going to use it. It's not up to the government to stop people from doing things with their own bodies. So without further ado, I'll attach some images that I took at Mark Emery's store a few weeks ago when I was visiting down on Hastings Street in Vancouver. And just a little reminder, I have these silver rounds, the Sativa and the Indica, both in stock on my website. If you're American, you need to go to the other link, but if you're outside of the USA, you go to my store, which is CanadianSilverBullion.com. Thanks for watching, guys, and talk to you soon. Legalize it! Most popular Google search today is, where is the nearest place I can get weed? No, it's not, just kidding, but it's bound to be a popular search. And another thing I was thinking of is a saying that you're going to hear in the future is, oh yeah, I was using it before you could buy it in every produce section.